Let's dismantle junior college elitism. Hello beautiful people, it's your queen of random content, Marcus. Today's video is not really a random video, it's more of a necessary video. I know you guys have probably seen the infamous Hwa Chong lady video.
I was from Hwa Chong, I'm not that stupid. I was from Hwa Chong. Alright? You guys want to tell me which JC or which JC you're from?
I tweeted something about it and that tweet blew up. It got like 1,300 retweets. I've never been so famous in my life. When I get like 3 retweets, I already feel like a superstar. I'm not gonna touch on the racism aspect of the video because that's a lot to get into, and I really wanted to do a video where I address the elitism in junior college and how that is problematic. So stay tuned to this video to find out more while I debunk like some of the cultural aspects, the social aspects, the origins of junior college elitism. Why am I still holding this hammer? Also, I don't know why I have this like toy looking hammer in my house. It can't do much. It is literally made of plastic. So I've written my thoughts on this piece of paper. First things first, we're going to look at how we're going to define elitism in this concept. So the way I'm going to define elitism in this video is a superior attitude or behavior associated with an elite. Now I put elite in quotation marks because JC elitism is something that is kind of like socially constructed. There's no definite evidence that if you go to a junior college, you are like the best member of your society. Alright, so the Hwa Chong lady, she said,
I was from Hwa Chong, I'm not that stupid.
So there are two layers to her argument. First thing is, if you're saying that you're from a junior college and you're not stupid, you're insinuating that people from other institutions are stupid, and that's not true. If you go to a junior college or an ITE or a Polytechnic, you are smart in your own right, and like why are you letting the state define your self-worth through its education system? More on that later. The second layer is name dropping Hwa Chong institution, implying that there is a marked difference between going to Hwa Chong versus other junior colleges. Because it is enough to say that, oh, I go to a junior college, I'm not stupid, but if you say, oh, I went to Hwa Chong institution, therefore I'm not stupid. There is a difference when you use that brand name, because in this context, she is implying that that brand name does mean something. Hwa Chong institution, I'm gonna lump it together with Raffles institution because both of them are considered like the top junior colleges in Singapore. But the thing is, how did this concept of the top junior college versus other junior colleges come about? So there are a few factors to this. So the first one is the cutoff point. It is no surprise that to get into like Raffles institution or Hwa Chong institution, basically you have to get straight A's. I'm gonna clarify by saying that these people who go to the top junior colleges are book smart because the other people might be smart in other ways, but the people that make it to these top junior colleges and score the relevant points to get in there, they possess like good knowledge and good examination habits. You get what I mean? I cannot articulate myself. And there's another thing that I found was interesting. I don't know if this is still around. I can't find the information. But when I was sitting for my O-levels, we were all given like this booklet of all the junior colleges in Singapore. And I found out that if you scored like 6 points or 7 points, you can't go to Innova Junior College. Now it is Yishun Innova Junior College because they merged. But I just found it so weird that if a person got straight A's, they would not be allowed to go to junior colleges that have like a lower rank. Okay, I'm gonna say a higher L1R5 because the higher the L1R5, the technically the worse your score is. So it's kind of weird. People who do really well are not allowed to go to places with higher L1R5s. When, if you're saying that all junior colleges are junior colleges, why is there that rule? Once again, I don't know if that has happened. This happened like 2016. Gosh, that was long ago. Next thing is there are perpetuated ideas of inferiority by the figures of authority in junior colleges, whether it be the top junior college or the other junior colleges. I'd like to thank my friends that I've interviewed for this video. I've asked my friends from like some top JCs, some other JCs. I'm putting quotation marks because I don't really believe these labels that are given to the junior colleges. I think all junior colleges are just junior colleges and stress pressure cookers. My friend from what is considered the other JCs, they were shown a distribution curve. Where they were at was like here, and where people of other junior colleges, the top junior colleges, are like here. And they mentioned that
you guys are not on the same level. You guys have to work like twice as hard to compete with people from another junior college.
So the fact that your teachers are already telling you that you are not as good as your peers, that is so demoralizing. Can you imagine, like you make it to junior college, you are excited, you want to get your A-levels done, go to university, get on with your life, and your teacher's just like,
congratulations, you made it to like a second-rate junior college, you suck, you are forever gonna be dumb.
It's kind of sad to already be put in an inferior position by your teachers when they should be the one, you know, like inspiring you and like educating you. No, they're like,
You're here, I wish I was teaching at like Hwa Chong or Raffles or something and not you losers.
Another thing is, of course, those top junior colleges aren't on the same level as the other junior colleges because Raffles and Hwa Chong are not entirely owned by the government, which means they have different school fees. I was shook when I found out. If you haven't watched my O-level video, I'll link that in the description box below. But I went to check, never in my wildest dreams did I think I could make it to Raffles or Hwa Chong, but I went to check and their school fees are so expensive compared to the normal junior colleges, and it's only Raffles and Hwa Chong. So these are the fees for 2020. So Hwa Chong charges $350 per month and Raffles charges $300 per month. This is for Singapore residents. I'm not gonna look at the permanent resident or international students fees because that's a lot. And do you know how much people pay for the other junior colleges? $6 a month. Literally, like my plate of like curry pork rice can pay for my junior college fees. Meritocracy whomst, the accessibility to top elite schools are already made difficult by these scores as well as the school fees. I know there might be like some scholarships and stuff for people who do well for their O-levels. I'm not entirely sure about that, but the fact stands, there is a difference. Airplanes. Not been on one of those for a while. The fact still stands that there is a difference in school fees, and I would assume that higher school fees translate to like better facilities and all that. But I mean, from the price point, it appears that these elite schools are not only for the smart, but also the rich, and not everyone is rich. While the resources you might get at like junior colleges might be different, but I mean in terms of like notes and stuff. Yeah, so while there are these things in place that separate the elite junior colleges from the non-elite junior colleges, we also have to consider a student's aptitude because a junior college is just like their stepping stone. If you are lazy, if you go to Raffles and you're not willing to put in the effort, you're still not going to do well for your A-levels. So doing well is also based on a student's aptitude. And you know what? I am from National Junior College and I guess we are considered quite up there because the rank points to get into National Junior College is quite low. Okay, so here's the thing. Hwa Chong is here and National Junior College is here. And there is a MRT exit right outside Hwa Chong Institution. So to get to my school, I would have to pass by Hwa Chong. So there was like this guy giving out flyers, okay?
Hi, please take one.
Thank you. So I got this pamphlet. When I got off the overhead bridge, another guy was like,
Hi, please take one.
and I was like, thank you. So here I have two of the same ads from the same tuition center, right? So the tuition ads given to Hwa Chong Institution students were colored and on laminated paper. The ones that NJC students got were black and white and on normal paper. So the fact that tuition centers also perpetuate these ideas of like top JCs versus other JCs, that was just so wild. My friends and I were just like baffled staring at the papers. I wish I took a photo of it. It made me feel less of a worthy student because I didn't go to Hwa Chong Institution, and that shouldn't be the case because my self-worth is not tied to the institution I go to. It's what I do in life, how I contribute to society, what I'm doing for the environment. Alright, so those are like some of the institutionalized factors or like the systemic factors in place that separate elite schools from the non-elite schools. Now I'm going to go into cultural ideas and what is being propagated by your grandma, your auntie, your uncle, your mother, your father. When you go for like reunion dinners or when you meet them, they're like,
You guys want to tell me which JC or which JC you're from?
So there are cultural ideas that going to a junior college means that you've made it. Going to junior college is seen as a default setting that has been ingrained in us and it has been like subconsciously propagated by our family members and even some teachers. So this is problematic because there are people who go to a junior college for the sake of going to a junior college and then they realize that it's not for them and they go to a Polytechnic instead. I think times have changed. It is not as bad as it was last time, but it's still present evidently because someone thinks that going to a junior college means you're not stupid, but going to a poly is considered bad, which is not true at all. They get 1 year of work experience. What do junior college students get? I know, stress and anxiety and depression. Oh, and by the way, if you're enjoying this video so far and if you're still here, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more content. I'm hoping to make Dismantle with Marcus like a regular thing where I break down some hot topic issues with my toy hammer. Moving on, my friend from a Polytechnic actually had an experience where her friend from a secondary school was told by her mother not to interact with my friend because she's from a poly. So someone who goes to a poly is not worth interacting with, and a person going to junior college is? I just want to say that like not everyone who went to junior college is smart. It's just how you do in the examinations that determines whether you go to a junior college. It doesn't tell you anything else. One's worth is based on a capability set by the state system of education, and people are thinking that is what one's worth is based on when it is not. I think I've said this so many times, you guys are probably like,
Get to the point, stop like repeating it like a broken record.
but I am a literature student, so repetition for emphasis. So that's like from the older generation, right? So you think, oh, it's just just the old generation, you know, the current generation, we're more open-minded and stuff. Wrong. I'm not outing my friends who are watching this, but I do want to start a conversation. I don't think the way we are perceiving students from Poly or ITE is correct. So I have had friends from JCs that would not date people from a Poly or ITE or even from other junior colleges that are not the elite junior colleges. So now one's attractiveness is also based on what junior college they go to. What happened to shallow things like looks? And I just thought that was so baffling because it's so sad that we would totally disregard people's like attitudes, personalities, hobbies and interests because they don't go to the elite junior colleges. In a way, I'm happy that happens because I wouldn't want them to be dating people that are as shallow as those people from like those elite junior colleges who have an elitist mindset. Once again, I'm not saying that this goes to all the people who go to Raffles and all the people who go to Hwa Chong and elite junior colleges. I've met some amazing people from those institutions and this is just for that tiny minority that have this mindset that if you don't go to those elite junior colleges, you are dumb and I'm not given the time of day. The reason why they don't want to date these people is stemming from future prospects. And the thing is, I was telling my friend from university, I don't know if he's watching this.
If you're watching this, I'm calling you out.
I was inspired to do this video because my friends from my JC said they didn't want to date anyone from Poly or ITE. And he said,
Yeah, what's wrong with that? I wouldn't want to date someone from a Poly or ITE either. And I was
like, oh, why? He said because I would want someone with like a stable career and I wouldn't want to worry about my future career stability with them. And I was like, you do know that people who go to a Poly and ITE do get like good jobs that pay better than us with having a humanities degree in university, right? Yeah, your qualifications are not proportional to your pay and your pay is not proportional to your self-worth. Can we please date people because they have similar hobbies, they have great personalities, there is chemistry, sparks fly, not because of which school they go to. Come on. So that is it for the junior college part. I'm going to go into how Polytechnics too have their fair share of elitism. I'd like to thank my friends from Polys who have given me their input on this. Apparently RP is considered the lowest or like the worst ranking poly out there. And the fact that I know this, that I'm from a junior college, I don't know where I heard it from, but I just like, that is in my head, but I don't believe it, but I'm just like, that's what I've been hearing and what I've been taught to believe. I think that is a load of bull poop because I know some amazing people that go to RP and they're doing amazing. They're just such amazing and smart people. So I wouldn't say that people who go to RP are necessarily the dumbest of those who go to Polytechnic. And also, at this part-time job I work at, I was talking to this new guy and he was like,
I just go to RP lah.
I was like, you should be proud you made it to a Polytechnic. You should be proud that you did well enough for your O-levels and your future is still out for you to explore and uncover. I mean, to say every school is a good school is also a bit of a stretch, but like, I just think it's so sad that even within Polytechnics, there is elitism between them. So this isn't just for junior college elitism. So the people have said,
Of course, not so easy, I can do it.
and the fact that people from Poly who make it to like NUS or NTU or any other universities, they are considered like inspirational. I think that's just so demoralizing. I think it is slightly, ever so slightly easier for Poly students to go to a university and things are done where if you go to a Polytechnic, you actually don't need to do the like general education modules in universities. So I think that's great that universities are recognizing the Polytechnic diploma a bit more, but it is still really difficult to go in. I'm just quoting my friend on this, but someone with a 3.9 GPA got rejected from a science degree at NUS. Do you know how hard it is to maintain a 3.9 GPA? Compared to the junior college system, you just sit for a few papers and your future is set, your A-levels are done. Polytechnic students have to consistently deliver in every single test, assignment, project, because it's a cumulative GPA. And like the week in week cutoff in NTU is 3.7. Once again, that is really high. So it is difficult for Poly students to go to university. So that's why I think Poly students should be warranted for their hard work to maintain their GPAs. And if you think Poly is so easy, then go do it. What's stopping you? Why are you not going to Poly and doing it since it's so easy? To my friends who have gone to Polytechnics, I really admire their like work ethic because they have to do so many assignments and everything is like cumulative, and they also have to do well for their internship. They're graded for their internship as well. So if your like boss hates you, your GPA is just gonna go downhill and there goes your chances at going to university. I think it's time to change our mindset that going to a Poly is not as good as going to a junior college. It's not really a fair comparison to say junior college is harder than Polytechnic when they are like different things that are catered to students who respond differently to different types of learning. So all in all, let me summarize for you if you've made it this far. Wow. Thanks so much. Let's recap. So you have the right to be proud of yourself for getting into courses in poly that are difficult to get into, and for doing well for your O-levels to get into top GCs. Listen, if you make it to like Hwa Chong or Raffles institution, I really have to applaud you, because surviving Singapore's education system, literally one of the top education systems in the world, if you survive that, you have all the right to be proud of yourself and to share with others the good news that you are in these prestigious schools. But that should not be used to diminish the merits of others, because each person responds differently to different forms of education, and you are so much more than a piece of paper with your grades on it. I think I've said that in my O-level video as well. I think the problem lies when you go to a top junior college and you think that you are so much better than everyone else, and there is this superiority complex. That is when I need to kind of like humble you down a little, sweetie. Sit down, be humble. To all of you people watching, do not let your self-worth be defined by your grades and the institution you go to. Let them be defined by your attitudes and character. Let those speak volumes for the kind of person you are, and do not let some random auntie on the MRT station say you are stupid and think that you are inferior to her because she went to an elite junior college.
I was a Hwa Chong, I'm not as stupid.
I just want to make a disclaimer that no education system is perfect, and I'm glad that at least MOE they recently revised their PSLE scoring system. The whole ITE junior college and junior college affiliations to secondary schools thing is another topic that I might talk about in another video if you guys want to see that, because I think someone commented on my videos if she would be disadvantaged because she's not in a secondary school that is affiliated to junior college. The short answer to that is yes. But MOE has also like changed like the O-level system where like NA students can kind of do express level subjects and stuff like that if they're really good at like math or science or English. So things are happening, things are changing. So let's continue to make education a safe space for children to learn and explore their skill set and stuff, and not let the institution they go to define them. That's all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content. Hope you guys stay safe and healthy wherever you are, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!